my goodness. This is the last show for LinkedIn, the BizFest Takeover. I'm running around. There's people trying to get into this, and I can just see Rachel's just joined us. So, but Gavin can't be with us today because they are so stacked out. And I was hoping to get some insider dealing and find out what's going on. But I've got three amazing ladies in the green room waiting to come on and say hello. So let's say hello to Lisa, to Jannice, and to Rachel. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
That was not at all stressful, but we're all here now. So that's good. That's good. I'm chatting to somebody and then someone disappears. Meanwhile, I'm trying to speak to Gavin. This is the joy of a live show. Hands up who's done a live show before. Oh, hands up who's nervous. Don't worry. Rachel, it's going to be fun. It's going to be absolute fun. And Lisa's done this show with me before, and Lisa's also done a show, and I've been on her show before. I'm going to pick on you all morning, Lisa, or all lunchtime.
It's all right.
So tell everybody who you are and what you do, please.
Are we starting with me?
Yes.
Okay. So my name is Lisa Bailey-Brown, and I work for LifeVac. But do you want me to show you what I do, Ashley?
What is it you do then?
What's this?
Oh, right. Give it. Oh, that's very interesting. So what is it then?
Yeah, you got it.
What is it?
So LifeVac is an anti-choking device. It's a suction device that unblocks the airway if somebody is choking. And so it's not a hat. It's not a plunger.
Oh, is that like a thing that goes over your...
They're the masks, yeah. So
right,
the kit comes, that's the travel kit that you've got. And it comes with masks ranging from pediatric all the way up to large adult. So it can be used on anyone, by anyone. The youngest person that saved a life is 11, saved his mum's life. She was choking on apple. We've saved 5,637 lives so far. So
that's incredible. That's
amazing.
Look, I've got it in front of me right now. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's all. Yeah. This is all sealed up. This isn't. All right. But yeah. Look, I'm guessing that pokes in there, and it's like a plunger for the mouth. That's
it
so
looks
simple.
like a plunger, but it's suction. So you know the yellow bit on the top that you've got.
Yep.
So where all those holes are, when the mask goes on someone's face and it's pressed in, the air goes around the side, and then that creates a suction so that then when you pull, that's what removes the blockage. Yeah.
Wow.
And we've been training people all morning here on how to use it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a class 1 medical device. It's no more invasive than a plaster. And the idea is that this is used when first aid fails or cannot be administered. I don't think lots of people have realised that first aid doesn't always work in a choking emergency. And sometimes there's people with disabilities and illnesses that mean that they can't even have the traditional methods. So LifeVac is to fill that gap. It's not to replace first aid. First aid is exactly what it says on the tin. It's first aid, and that's what you do. And I think there's a lot of misunderstanding about that. And also this morning, we've had a big misunderstanding about the fact that people are still reading the 2024 notes on the Resuscitation Council that states that we can't use the device. But since then, in 2025, there's new notes out there. And obviously people are not following that. They're looking at the old stuff. So if you really want to find out, make sure you find the new data, the new info, because it is allowed to be used on anyone. It's just not mandatory part of first aid. And it will be, but it takes time. It took 7 years for LifeVac to become a medical device. So, you know.
There you go. There you go. Oh, wow. That is so interesting. I'm going to come back and have a little chat with you as well. Before we speak to Jannice or Rachel, and Jannice, you're going to be next. I'm just going to go shout out to Mihal. Mihal's been and watched every single one of these. He's based up in London. I'm wondering if he's going to come down. I wonder if he's going to come down and see us next week. It's next week. Ladies, can you believe that? The 1st of April. Jannice, who are you? Who are you and what do you do?
I'm Jannice Jones. I run two businesses, so Quiet Tide Consulting and Jannice Jones Coaching. So on the coaching, we do coaching for neurodivergence. We do executive coaching and leadership coaching. And then under Quiet Tide, which is my newest baby, and our logo is a heron, which I absolutely love, is we do EDI stuff, so equity, diversity, inclusion. We help businesses to understand what the return on investment would be if they took us on board and helped us to come in to work with their staff. It's things like less burnout, less churn of people. It's people who are more engaged, and we do it through something called curb cuts. So we come in and we help organizations to bring in really simple changes so they don't cost loads of money or anything, that can make a real difference, because everybody in business, whether they're neurodivergent or not, are drowning under emails, under back-to-back meetings, and so we help organizations get their head around what they can change quite easily that actually makes it better for everybody in the workplace.
Yeah, love that. And I love the name of your company, Quiet Tide. That's absolutely superb. Why the heron?
So, because herons, right, they're taller birds, they can see further. They often stand in the shallows and look around and survey. They're not like these noisy birds. They are quite quiet in how they do things, but they can make a big difference. So that's, and also, I'm Devon and Cornwall based. It's all about the tides and the sea and all of that.
Love that. I'm gonna chuck an extra question in. All right. So when I come back to each of you, I want you to tell me which bird you are. Okay. So Jannice has come up with noisy birds, and I want somebody to pick one for me. Maybe Michal can pick one for me. Rachel, last but by no means least, tell us who you are. What do you do?
Yes, of course. So hi, I'm Rachel Pearce, and I am part of the Acorn to Oak Family Network. We opened our first nursery in 2023 up in Bristol, North Somerset. We opened Eli House Family Hub down in Exeter last July. So, between July and September last year we were opening. And we are about to open our second nursery in Exeter, hopefully by the end of May this year. So we combine early years education and family support services to bring the very best early years experience to our families.
Fantastic. And I bet you've got a waiting list like so big, yeah?
We do, yes, yeah. Waiting list. We've got lots of emails to reply to, like you were just saying a second ago. The load is a lot.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Especially with the funding that's coming.
My youngest daughter is expecting her first child in July, and she's already speaking to people about nurseries for like when that kid's going to be a year old. Like, really?
Crazy.
That is
unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So crazy. So that is a good business to be in. Hey, Rachel?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the family hubs kind of come about because, we've been in the industry for quite some time, and we've noticed, the early intervention really, really does help. Even those mums, weeks after having, they need somewhere to go. They need people to talk to. It's all about shared experiences. We're mums ourselves. We've been there. We know what it's like. And, for me especially, I, brought my second child into the world during COVID, and there was nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm very lucky. I've got a very strong family network and very strong friendship support, but people don't have that.
Yeah. So your youngest is about 5 at the moment, 5.5, 6.
Yeah. So she's 5, and then my eldest is 8.
Yeah. Okay. So how's the 5-year-old got on with COVID? Because it was very weird times, wasn't it? Weird times.
Very weird times. Yeah. Do you know what? She's brilliant. Personally, for us, it hasn't really affected her too much, I wouldn't say. But being in the nursery industry, I've seen those that it has really affected, and even children in her school class. you can see it, that it's, you know, the effect that it has had on those little ones.
No, fantastic. So it's Acorn to Oak.
Acorn to Oak Family Network, yeah.
So it ain't just somewhere to drop off my kid.
No. So the Family Hub, we have parenting guidance and workshops. We've got family support, community groups, stay and play sessions, advice. And then alongside that, we have the 2 nurseries. So the idea is that we can, you know, signpost people. They can then, you know, join our nurseries if they wish to. It's the idea of, you know, Acorn to Oak. It's the idea of that, you know, the growth.
Yeah, no, fantastic. Right, I want you to be thinking of a bird. So next time I come round you, I'm just going to keep going round in circles here, guys. So thank you. Right, okay. So, right, first off then, Lisa, tell me your bird. Yeah. What bird are you?
I'm an owl.
You're an owl. Okay. Why is that?
Yeah, I think just because I'm tired all day, and then at night time I'm wide awake. And I can't sit on a tree branch and probably break it, but yeah, I'm definitely a night owl.
No, I love that. That's brilliant. Well done you. I
can't spin my head round though.
No, that'd be a cool trick, wouldn't it? That'd be a really cool trick. Good trick. So this LifeVac, you said it's been 7 years trying to get the recognition it deserves as a yeah. What did you say? What was the technical term?
Class 1 medical device. Yeah.
Class 1 medical device. So a class 1 medical device, you said, was like a plaster.
Yeah. So it's very basic. It's at the bottom of the chain of medical devices. It is very simple to use. And that's what puts it in that category. So plaster, obviously people can have allergies to plasters, we know that, but in general terms, you know, a plaster is not going to cause anyone any significant harm. And the thing is with LifeVac, so we've had 2 incidences, or 2 reports, should I say, in the past, where one, it was used on a baby, and it caused, there was a dummy, basically the tip of the dummy broke off, and that caused a grazing when it came back up. But obviously, because you've got no guarantee of knowing 100% it did that, it went down as a little bit of blood in the mucus that came up. But realistically, it probably was from the tip of the dummy, because that's obviously going to be a sharp object. Because it
hang on a minute. If you hadn't have put the LifeVac on the baby, that baby might not be here.
I know, but unfortunately, Ashley, there's not lots of people feel that LifeVac shouldn't be around. Last week or the week before, I had lots of people being really rude on my LinkedIn about it, saying, you know, I would never, even if it becomes registered, I'll never ever use it. And as a mum and a gran, I can't understand why nobody would want to have something there as an option when all else fails, because we're not telling you to replace first aid. We're saying to you that if you have run out of every option, is completely exhausted, this device is there and can help you. And we save so many lives every day. There was a 11-year-old autistic girl in Bristol last week, and her mum saved her life. She was choking on a roast potato at home having her dinner. She'd seen that device and purchased it, and if she didn't have it, her child would have probably choked and died. Because with all due respect, I live in the middle of Bodmin Moor, and trying to get an ambulance to us, it's not possible. So
no.
It's one of those devices where, you know, if you buy it, you hope you never have to use it. You want to just have it where you know it needs to be with all your other first aid stuff.
Absolutely.
And also you can save your own life with it. We've had 300 people save their own life by self-application. So all of this time for us, the 7 years to get it to the place where it becomes a medical device and becomes MHRA registered, and all of those things that we have to have, the same process applies for us to become mandatory part of first aid. You know, in the 70s, so 50 years ago, the Heimlich maneuver came about because there was nothing else really. And obviously they've got years and years and years and years of information, and we have to get essentially all this information that backs up what we're doing and how it works. And that's why if somebody has to use a LifeVac, we will give them another LifeVac free of charge. So it's a once in a lifetime purchase for a start, and it means that we get a report back from you that tells us how old the patient was, what happened, what did they choke on, did you follow the protocol? Because we have to make sure you do the first aid things first. And obviously people in their own houses, you know, what people choose to do at home, we can't see that. It's not the same as in the business, but you still should follow that protocol, because that is what is necessary to be done. And there is a way to use LifeVac as well. So, but it's one of those things where you either believe it from the start, or we need to speak to you to explain to you what it is, so you can see for yourself that it's going to be a very good investment.
I'm gonna do a quick straw poll. All right, I've only got 2 other people in the room, but hands up if you know how to do the Heimlich maneuver. That's nobody then, right? That's including me. All right. If someone was choking there in front of you, would you have a go at doing the Heimlich maneuver if there was no one else there? Yeah, you would. All right. If this was on the side, would you use that instead? Yeah. I just like, it looks so simple. It looks so simple. I could use it.
I think the thing is, Ashley, is that people don't understand as well that even people that are first aid trained, you know, in first aid, if you have somebody who's medically trained, is able to do that, it's still only 70% effective. So we have a gap between 25 and 30%, which is where we fit in. You know, you can say that, you know, that's not going to help people, but it is. There are a lot of fake ones out there, and that's the issue as well. The government have a recall because the fake ones are dangerous. And we always say to people, if you're interested in LifeVac, either go to the website or speak to me, speak to Matt. Just do not go and buy something off of a Facebook ad if it doesn't look genuine. And unfortunately, with AI, they make genuine looking adverts or steal our adverts and pretend to be us, you see.
So basically you've got a divisive device, is that right?
A divisive device.
Yeah, well, it's swinging people to different ways.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Cool.
But
Lovely.
I've always said it's an invention with intention, and it was invented with the intention of saving lives, and that's what it's doing.
Yeah, we can't say favour that. Right, Jannice, what's your bird?
Oh, definitely the heron.
Definitely the heron. Surveying.
Yes.
Standing in the shadows.
Absolutely. And so not just diving in, you know, really taking its time to make the right moves rather than just any old, you know, and not just flapping about.
Sure. So tell us, how did you get into all of this IDE stuff that you're doing?
The EDI stuff, well, because
or EDI, whichever one it is.
You can say either way. I've been training into companies with neurodiversity for the last 4 years under Jannice Jones coaching, and what I have seen over those 4 years is that I'll go in and I'll train one department or one part of a department, right? And then there's all these other people in the workplace who these people who are trained in neurodiversity and inclusion and everything, they're trained in it, but all the other people in the organization aren't. So they might be dealing with HR, they might be dealing with occupational health, they might be dealing with other parts of the business, but they don't understand about all the things that I've covered in the training. So while, you know, what I could see very clearly is that it needs to be a joined up process. And when we go in and do the joined up process, everything changes in the business. The culture changes. The level of psychological safety changes. People's wanting to go to work changes. It improves. Burnout lessens because there's too many people burning out right now or on the verge of burnout. And a lot of it can be prevented by having this joined up process that looks at all of these things. It really makes a difference.
Yeah, and so I speak to people that are just so busy, and I'm sort of like, hey, just take a chill pill, but there's some things that we should be doing to avoid burnout. What sort of things should we be looking at, Jannice?
taking regular breaks away from the screen, not just sitting there hour after hour after hour, not having back-to-back meetings, having time in between meetings so that you've got time to download and process that thing before you meet. Oh, and then don't get me started on emails. There's loads of stuff around emails and how we're all drowning in them. So yeah, but basically it's listening to your body, hydration, getting enough movement, not just sitting there hour after hour, and taking those regular breaks and getting outside when you can, especially in this fantastic weather that we're blessed with at the moment.
We've had 3 days of sunshine and we now think it's amazing.
It's amazing. We love it.
But no, that's so important. And I think we do just like, I'll just do one more meeting. I'll just send one more email. And before you know it, you're like, oh, that's crazy. And you must see it a lot with smaller businesses where the business owners doing the work, they're probably working weekends as well, and then we're never taking a break. Rachel's nodding. Does that mean you work weekends then, Rachel?
Well, I think it's hard, isn't it? Like you say, the phone's always on, the emails are always on, and I'm very much a person. I'd rather, I don't know, rightly or wrongly, if I get an email, I'd rather kind of deal with it there and then. Maybe I should change my mindset slightly. I don't know.
I think you need to speak to Jannice.
Yes, I do.
Bring us in.
Absolutely, that's the thing. So your bird, Rachel, what bird are you?
So I'm going to go for an eagle.
Okay.
I've gone for an eagle because I believe since I've started in the industry, I feel like I've spread my wings quite wide and far. And I think what we're trying to achieve is very powerful, a bit like an eagle.
Yeah, no, I think that's brilliant. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Has anyone thought of a bird for me?
Yeah.
Go on.
Magpie, because
Magpie.
you're lively, you're bright, and you like shiny things, and you're good at all of that stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, magpie.
Okay.
He gets distracted by shiny objects.
What was that? Thank you. No one said chick because they're yellow. That's the only yellow bird I can think of. Is it chaffinch yellow?
Chaffinch and also crested grebe and stuff like that. And yeah, there's a few that have that little.
Right. Okay. No, I think that's great, Rachel. An eagle, a proper eagle, and so how long have you been running the business or getting it going?
So the business started in 2023. Prior to this, I was working in nurseries. I'd worked my way from nursery apprentice to nursery manager. And then I met my business partner. She was actually the childminder of my daughter, my eldest. And then I worked for her for a short time. And then we decided to do this together. And yeah, it's going really well. And you know what? It's really nice to have somebody with you. We've got the same passion, we've got the same energy. We bounce ideas off of one another. One of us might be into one thing, whereas one of us is handy at the other. It works very, very well, which is why we've been able to kind of put the three businesses under one umbrella and work across all three together.
Yeah, no, I love that you've got the hub, because that makes it totally different to every other nursery. You're not planning on coming to Sidmouth anytime soon then?
Absolutely. Well, you never know.
Okay. Well, if you do, I know somebody that you've got 18 months. So I was just trying to work out how many months it is. About 16 months, I think it is, until my daughter's going to need.
Months,
yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to have to give a shout out to Lynn, all the way from VA USA. So is that Virginia? Is that Virginia? Hi, Lynn. Thanks for getting up really, really early. Okay, guys. Now we are all going to be at BizFest next week, and I want to know why you're coming to the show and what you're hoping to get. And you have to be really quick because we haven't got much time left. So go on then, Lisa.
Well, we're coming to the show to raise awareness about choking. Obviously to raise awareness around LifeVac and answer any questions. And for us, just making sure that people understand what LifeVac is capable of and that it's not replacing first aid is probably the biggest reason why we're there. People can buy the LifeVacs from us as well on the day. We've got a prize draw going as well, but it's one of those things where we just simply want people to understand what LifeVac does. And it's actually a product made in Devon, not just the UK, but in Devon. So it's a
Brilliant.
local product as
Brilliant.
well. So yeah.
So you put the cream on first. Love it. Jannice, what are you hoping to get out of your attendance at and in your stand at BizFest?
Definitely having good conversations, and on my stand and on my posters and everything, there is a QR code that people can scan, businesses can scan, and do a free audit, so a systemic audit that can give them some ideas about what they can start to look at, even if they don't, bring somebody like us in. So that's really helpful for businesses, a free audit. And also just having those conversations. I mean, we came last year under Jannice Jones coaching. We had lots of amazing conversations and did business out of it. And, it was just great to actually be part of this event in Devon, for Devon business owners. And it was great. I enjoyed it.
Fantastic. And Rachel, this is your first year, yeah?
It is, yes, yeah, first year. And we're kind of hoping just to showcase the nurseries and I think at the minute, more importantly, the family hub, so that, parents, carers know that there is somewhere to go. You're not alone. We are here and we hear you. So, yeah, and obviously, you never know. There might be room for some collaboration with any other local businesses. We've got rooms here that we can, hire out. And we also sell some very delicious cakes, which we will be bringing with us for people to sample as well.
Fantastic. I'm going to be coming over to your stand because I love cake. I will be having lemon drizzle on my stand because obviously that's yellow. Are you going to have any food items on your stand, Lisa or Jannice? Lisa first.
No.
No Lindor chocolates. Oh
no, we've given people the opportunity to win a wall-mounted LifeVac kit, which is worth about £100. So basically, that's what we're going for. We don't want to encourage people to choke, but obviously, if somebody did choke at the event, we'd be very prepared.
You'd be able to fix them. I was thinking you might have dog stoppers or something on your stand. Jannice, am I going to get
stand 122?
122. Jannice, am I going to get a Lindor chocolate if I come to your stand?
No, you'll get some grapes or something like that. We do fruit, not because I'm celiac.
Very healthy.
So, yeah, healthy.
Absolutely super.
Stand 61.
All right, fantastic. So I'm going to quickly go away, give a shout out to my next guest, my guest next week. And then when I come back, I'm going to need your LinkedIn or how people can get hold of you. So bear with me just a second, because next week I am doing a brand new show. It's still the same show, but this is our last our last BizFest Takeover. And next week, I'm going to start doing a series on visibility. I'm going to be talking to people that are just being really visible out there and understanding how they've got from invisible to visible. And my very first guest is Ben Westerby. He's the joke-telling FD. He's great fun, and looking forward to catching up with him and sharing my new ideas for my new type podcast next week. So, Lisa, how can we get hold of you?
LinkedIn, Lisa Bailey-Brown. I've got a Facebook group called Choking Awareness with Lisa, which is new. But yeah, LinkedIn's the main place you'll find me.
Fantastic.
And I'm always happy to answer questions and help. And the website's www.livevac.uk.
Awesome. And we will see you next week at BizFest. Jannice.
Yeah, so on LinkedIn, under Jannice Jones. So remember, that's Jannice with a double N. And also on LinkedIn, Quiet Tide Consulting. Our website address, we've got two. We've got the https:// and also jannicejonescoaching.co.uk. Yeah, and please get in touch. We're here.
Fantastic. And Rachel, how do we get hold of you?
So I would say our main port would be our family hub, which our website is elihouse.co.uk. And our handle on Instagram is Eli_house_family hub.
Fantastic. And we will see you at BizFest as well. It's next week. I am so excited. Don't forget to be there nice and early, because my talk is at 10 o'clock. So the first one kicking off all the speaking. So come and cheer me on. I'd love to have some friendly faces in the front row. Ladies and gents, thanks ever so much for watching or listening today. We will be back next week. Thank you very much. Cheerio.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching or listening to my show this week. I want to bring to you people that can help us running our business. I love having a chat. I'm very nosy, very curious, and I'd love to ask questions. So if you want to be a guest, or if you've got some ideas for guests, let me know. And if you want me to help you with your LinkedIn, get in touch, because I want to give you a voice. Now, that could just be using LinkedIn, but I do other things as well. So I can help you with a podcast, a live show, and all kinds of other amazing things. So get in touch. My name is Ashley Leeds. I'm the 15-minute guy, and you can find me on LinkedIn.